All right, good morning, y'all. Welcome back to Epic Nearshore, Panama City. I'm Bob. Today is Friday, October the 13th, and we are inshore, and we'll probably stay inshore all day today. Right now, it's overcast and cloudy and windy and just unpleasant, but we're going to fish. The water temperature this morning is 71 and a half. Air temperature this morning was about 65. We've got, I don't know, it's probably a 5 to 10 mile an hour wind out of the north. Um, so it's not too terribly bad. But we just pulled up here on our first spot. Actually, still trying to pull up on our first spot. Um, with the wind blowing like it is, I got to figure out how to set up on this. We do have an outgoing tide, or at least I think it's outgoing. I know the wind's out of the north, and we're in St. Andrews Bay. St. Andrews State Park's right there behind me. But we're trying to pull up over here on this sailboat wreck. We caught some good keeper red snapper and grouper last week here. So we're going to fish it again, see if there's anything on it still or anything will bite. I went and looked for menhaden this morning and could not find any bait fish on top. And I suspect it's because of the clouds. Really want sun to be out first thing in the morning when I'm looking for bait. Makes it easier to find it. I can see it on top of the water. Do seem to have a little bit of traffic this morning, which I wasn't expecting. As cold and nasty as it is, but most of them are working boats. They're not charters. I've seen one charter. Just had a Navy boat go by, and I got a big ship coming in that's headed to probably St. Andrews to the docks at St. Andrews. I've got for bait. I've got Boston mackerel, cigar minnows. There might be some squid in there. I just grabbed a couple of bags and threw them in the cooler. I was hoping to catch some live bait, but that is obviously not happening. That's what we're looking for right there. That's a really nice grouper. He's almost 28 inches. So really, really nice grouper. Boat stopped right here next to me and it took off. Maybe he's trying to mark where I'm fishing. It's marked on the maps. So it ain't a secret. I'll show you what this wreck looks like. So this is the bottom, and this is where the wreck starts, is right here. And so all of that up in there is part of the wreck. There's fish, there's a big school of bait. And that's right behind the boat. And this is all part of that wreck. There's a big school of bait right there. So that's what it looks like that we're fishing. And I use heavy gear on this because if they get me down into that wreck with anything less than 65, to 100-pound gear, they're gonna break me off. And I get broke off a good bit even with that big gear. this is some really, really rough stuff on the bottom. And that's where the fish are. Quite a keeper. I think he's going to be about 15. Yep. So a nice little snap. I think he's going to be short, but we'll check him. Well, he's actually 16 and a quarter. But I'm not going to keep him. He's 16 and a quarter.
He looked a little short from here, of course, because I'm up back here.
Well, I'm gonna release him. So, but my wife's like, "Don't bring anything home shorter than 18." I'm like, "Okay." There we go. That's a big fish. It's a shark. And this is a little gray.
What is it?
It's gray. It's not an Atlantic shark nose. It's most likely a little bull. Yeah.
That's what I thought. It was just
Little shark. This one's not an Atlantic shark nose. It's got a real pointy head, but probably a little bull shark or something like that. I don't know. I don't know the difference between them. But we'll let it go. Sea bass. Ah, he came off. Nope, he's still there. The shark. No, it's a mackerel.
what?
Mackerel, Spanish.
Oh,
Spanish mackerel. Do you want him? So Spanish mackerel.
Yeah, there's probably a good 3 or 4 in the morning. Oh, how far out your line was?
Yeah, I'm just drifting it.
Oh, you were?
Yeah, feels like another Spanish. No, red bluefish. I told you there's blues in them. No, it's a Spanish.
Yeah, I seen them on the graph going in them.
But they've been schooling out here.
Yeah.
So another Spanish mackerel. They're keepers, since I don't eat them. And Pat doesn't eat anymore. All right, well, I'm going to leave it with you. All right, well, we've been moving around a little bit, but we're going to pull up on another spot over here and keep trying to catch some fish. We do have that one really nice gag. Caught a keeper red snapper, but I threw it back. It was only 16 and a quarter. And sharks and Spanish mackerel. Caught a variety of fish. The Spanish were both keepers, but I don't eat them, so I don't keep them. We'll keep trying to see what we can catch. Probably run up to the pipeline here in the next little bit. So that's what we were looking for. Really nice red snapper. And it's 23 inches. Good size. So there's one that's about 15 or 16. And he's right at 16, so we'll release him. And I don't think there's a lot of current, but there's a little bit. And I'll show you what I'm looking at on the bottom. So this is where the pipeline is right here. I'm turning sideways to it, so it's hard to tell if that's what it is. But all of this here is bait. We're in 63 feet of water. So we'll fish here for a few minutes. And if we need to, we'll move over a little bit. Somebody had asked me the other day about how I set up on the structure here. So I know we've got an outgoing tide, and I figured the boat would be kind of sideways because of the wind, because the wind's out of the southwest or due west, I can't tell. So what I did was I stopped right on top of the pipeline and then backed up just behind it, so that when my bait hits the bottom, right at the pipeline. Typically, the fish are going to be on the downstream or the upstream side of it, the side that the tide hits first. So that'd be the west side of the pipeline. So if I find that I'm falling too far straight down, then I'll move over a little bit to get closer to the pipeline. Well, there are catfish here. I think that's what's biting. Eating my baits. I'll move. All right, I'm gonna call it a day. It has been a very slow day, but just about everything that I caught today was a keeper. Got that 28-inch gag grouper. I've got a 22-inch red snapper. I caught two 16-inch red snapper that I threw back. That I just don't need them. Caught some Spanish mackerel that were keepers, but I don't eat them, so I threw them back. Could have kept them for bait, but just don't need them. Caught a shark, couldn't eat that one. I think that was a bull, and I don't think you can keep them. He was pretty small anyway. Caught a few small red snapper. Um, it's been a slow day, but like I said, most of what I caught was keepers. So it was a successful day. Um, I hope you enjoyed the video. I hope you learned something. Hit the like button. Make sure that you subscribe. If you're not subscribed to the channel, it doesn't cost you anything. Just subscribe. It helps me out. If you want to get notified when I release new videos, ring the bell. And I'll be back out here tomorrow. I had somebody coming with me, but he canceled. So my wife may join me at some point tomorrow. She's got some stuff she wants to do at the house, and so I don't know if she'll make it out or not. But we'll be back out here tomorrow, do it all over again. So I'll see you tomorrow.